I love mud decking. I think it's absolutely fantastic to use in a garden, and there's been a massive trend towards decking in the last few years. The downside, however, after a few years, you start to discover a few things that are not too good, and one of them that people really dislike is the fact that decking, all timber, requires maintenance. You can't get away from it. It does. It needs to be oiled, sanded, sometimes it needs to be repainted, but it does have to be cared for. Now, the good news is, like all good trends, something new has come out that's going to make it so much easier. This is a new material that looks like timber, is used like timber, but it's made from something that was being thrown into landfill previously. It's called EcoDeck, and it uses recycled plastic milk bottles and bamboo, one of the strongest building materials on the planet, to make a decking material that solves the problems we've seen before with timber. For a start, it's waterproof. Now, the other thing I love about this is that you have no maintenance at all with it. You don't need to oil it, you don't need to paint it, you don't need to sand it down and prepare it in the future. It stays the same, and it doesn't lose its colour. It's UV protected. Now, there's one other great benefit of this, and it is because it's not timber, it's not going to splinter. That means your guests can dance barefooted on the deck, and there's no risk of them getting splinters. That's a level of safety that you can't normally get with timber. The big question you're probably asking is, but what about installation? There's got to be a catch, right? It has to be harder or require more effort to install. Well, the truth is, it's probably easier to install than traditional timber in many ways, but the tools that you use remain the same. A drill, tech screws, and then you pre-drill and sink your screws in. It's that easy. You do have to gap it, as you would with normal timber, because it's going to expand and contract in warmer and colder weather. Now, the great thing about this material is you've got 4 different colours you can choose from at the moment. Silver ash, absolutely beautiful. You've got red rock, which is a nice red colour, and then you've got this wonderful dark brown. And of course, this one here, now this is mountain oak. It's an absolute ripper. And one of the great tests of any material to work with is to ask an expert, a tradie. And Rowan, what do you reckon, mate? This stuff's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is the first time I've worked with EcoDeck before, and it's got a lot of advantages compared to timber, because we've got, like, every length is straight, and you don't have the defects that you do working with timber, and so, no, it's good stuff.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
EcoDeck is a sensational new form of decking material that solves all the problems decking has presented people with in the past. It costs a little bit more up front, but the savings in annually oiling, cleaning and coating a deck are enormous, not to mention the time you save.